Alright guys, I'm here with the first work in progress with my newest model, the HMM Berserk Fury. I started on this guy, a week and a half ago, just after I finished the Darkhorn, actually, not too long after I finished it. And I'm really excited about it, and I've got a decent amount done on it, I'm happy to say, because it's a lot of fun to do. It's actually a little bit simpler than most Zoids, which is a nice break. That Darkhorn was a lot of work, and the Schneider was a lot of work too. And so far, this seems to be a lot simpler than the others, which is a pretty awesome thing. And yeah, so if you don't know what the Berserk Fury looks like, this is it right here, and that right there is the box art for it. Awesome box art in my opinion. You can see here, these are all the pieces I have completed so far, the most detailed of which are probably these upper arm pieces. Now, he is a T-Rex Zoid, so he's got pretty small upper arms. This isn't the whole thing. Some stuff connects there and to the back as well. But those are probably the most detailed. I've also worked some on the tail pieces right here. This too. Other than that, there's not been a whole lot of detail I've done on pieces so far, just a bit here and there. This is one of the main body section pieces. These are all the ones that I've flat coated. Right here, ones that I'm currently working on painting. This is one of the main body pieces here as well, connects onto that piece. I actually really like the look of these pieces, very well detailed and just nicely angled and shaped and stuff. That's all the Berserk Fury is about too. You can look at it and you can tell there's not a whole lot of detail there, but it works off its angles rather than the detail in the armor, which is a really nice, cool thing to do. But I got some other pieces I'm working on. Not a whole lot. Most of the detail is just in these body pieces that I already showed you. Where'd the other one go? Ah, here it is. To be clear about what I'm using to paint them, I know I've mentioned this in other videos, but for anybody that this may be the first one they've watched, just so you know, I use Citadel paints. These here, you can't see the emblem very well because it's just on the plastic, but I use chainmail, bolt gunmetal, mithril silver, and occasionally I use shining gold, but it's not my favorite. Now, these are old Citadel paints. They actually came out with a new line of them, and they don't produce these exact names of the colors anymore. They make, like, comparable colors, they say, but I haven't tried many of them out, so I can't speak to how well they work. I'm just sticking with these for the time being. Also, for the majority of my gold, I use Tester's Gold. I just like it a lot more. It gives a better gold finish, in my opinion. This is a lot richer of a gold color, but I just prefer this one, I think. I also have a bunch of pieces over here. These are pieces that I have primered, but yet to paint. I primered those this morning. A lot of pieces there, but not a lot of painting on these. Again, like I said, a lot of this isn't detail, more just kind of looks. There are some detailed pieces in here, though, like this one. I don't know, a few random things here and there. Don't worry, this is going to be a very highly detailed model still, just not quite as much as the others. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos where I've talked about this, like the unboxing, you know that this is actually a fully formed inner frame kit. All the Zoids have an inner frame of sorts, but this one has a inner frame that can stand 100% on its own without any armor. And that's a very, very cool thing. Let's see, you can see it in this picture here. So, of course, that's what I will be completing first before I complete the armor parts, just same as I did with the Schneider, so I can display it without armor for quite a while on my shelf. Let's see, was there anything else I was going to say? Yes, the top coat. I switched over to Tester's Dull Coat recently, and I wasn't sure how much I was going to like it, and I'd heard from some people it worked pretty well, but I hadn't tried it out, and it's like $5 for this little can, so I was kind of apprehensive at first. But I bought a couple cans of it, and first try with it, it completely ate through the paint of my stuff. I don't know if it was because I got too thick of a coat, if it was because the paint wasn't applied very well or something, but it just ate through it. I did some research online, and I read that thick coats of it can, in fact, eat through paint. So what I did is I used that and I decanted it, which anyone who may not know what that means, basically I took the clear coat from in the can, and I made it into just the liquid itself and put it in little paint bottles to put through my airbrush, and I thinned it in my airbrush with just regular old lacquer thinner. I probably wouldn't have done this on my own, but I found a lot of forums on the internet that said it would work just fine. I was apprehensive to put it through my airbrush just worried that it would gum it up or cause it to break even. But a lot of people said it worked fine. I tried it and it worked very well. I'm very happy with the results so far. And I'd say as of right now, I'm absolutely going to switch over to the dull coat through the airbrush as opposed to using Krylon like I have been. Works much better, gives me a much better finish. Even the metallics look better. Yeah, just a lot of things. And speaking of that metallics, I'm not sure if you guys know, but I do flat coat over most of my metallics. I know that's something typically you're not supposed to do, but I don't do it on parts that I paint purely in metallic. I don't have any here for example, but for example on my dark corn, all the gold pieces, of course I would not flat coat over those, but pieces where I paint the metallics on like this, I do flat coat over just so I can get the flat coat on the black. Plus, it's hard to describe, but if you ever see it in person after painting on these metallics, they're almost too shiny. And flat coating over the metallics kind of dulls them out a bit to where it almost looks more realistic. And it also evens out the finish on the metallics and makes it not kind of super shiny here, a little duller here, that kind of thing after you just finish painting them on by hand. So I do flat coat over those for any of you that were curious about that. I think that'll be all for this video though. Just wanted kind of an introduction to this project and stuff, and hopefully I'll get another video like this up before too long. I'd love to get a lot of work done on this. It is Thanksgiving break after all from college, so today was the first real day I was able to get in there and get a lot of work done. That's why I got all those pieces back there painted. Hopefully I get a few more days like this before the end of it, and I have a lot to show you. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.